Hello everyone, I'm going to make the video for installing MT4, MT5. They're very similar, so this is the best way to do it because there's some back end to do in order for you to have something similar to what I have here, where you can have your priority brokers, the ones that you're using, and then you have sub-levels where you have other ones that you test, perhaps of interest in, and so on. But going to have data folders for each of them. It can get messy because you're going to copy profiles and templates. Okay, so let's get into it. Today we're going to cover markets.com. I haven't used or tested them before. As you can see in my Excel doc, here's markets.com here, number 11, and I don't have any data. I haven't tested their spreads. So I have a tool that I plug into each of these brokers at a certain time. Last time I did this was year and a half ago or so. I don't expect much has changed, but naturally this year I'll do it again. And we do it at the same time as every broker, and we plug it onto several instruments. We might change it this time around, and we get an average over a period of time, and that's what these are, average spread ratings that we do, so you can trust us rather than what the broker says or anyone else, because we're trying to create the most reliable broker comparison. If you have a look at our other videos, you'll see why. Okay, let's jump into it. So usually on the broker's website is where you want to start. Don't follow a link from anywhere else. We need to find the execution file, and sometimes they make it hard to get to. Join now. Download MT5. Here we go. Boom, there it is. So we go to our downloads folder. Double click. It'll ask for this, you say yes. Now at this point, pause. Click on settings. We need to go and find the path that I usually use. I've got in my secondary, you can see all the folders here. Okay, we go make new folder. This is MT5, so notice the pattern I'm using. So just double check. There it is, I've selected it now. Press OK. It's in the top. We'll quickly change this as well. Swap this around. The reason I do 01 is because I may have multiple of them later, so I want to separate them with 01, 02, 03, and I'll use the 01 and 2 for live or demo, and 03 just for testing. So I'll change the amount of bars in history, that sort of thing. We're going to untick that. Once that's complete, go ahead, click Finish. It will now launch the platform. You can go ahead and cancel this. On the desktop you can see we now have the execution file and the back-end coding link, so we're going to look at those in a minute, but for now let's just quickly go back to the platform. At this point I do log in, so I'll log in, use my password, MQL. If you don't have that, very useful. That's where we're going to get the market and all the tools. Certain indicators we'll download for free, so we'll do that first before the other end. That's the basic installation part. Now, I go ahead and close all these charts. We're sitting on the default profile at the moment. So let's quickly clean this all up. All of those are not too bad. I usually add the text label. Arrowed line's quite neat. That's about that. We may not need all these time frames for now. Market Watch will these will produce once we've logged into an account. So at this point we'll see if we can actually open one within here. It says open an account, but I'll tell you why we do that just after. And close that. Tools, options. We'll just lower this number to 20,000 for now. I usually switch most of these off. We just need the OK, I think, for alert. That should do it. Okay, close that down. Now you've created a folder on your desktop called your trade folder, whatever it might be. So we're going to go ahead and drop the file on the desktop, and we'll rename it Notice there's a pattern difference with MT4 and MT5. MT5 I've written in front, whereas MT4 it's after. So these MT5s all sit together. Okay, we won't double click on that yet. Back to C. We'll go and find, there it is. We're going to drag and drop this editor link in there. Just say yes. One more thing, we've got some sounds that we've created. You can create these short sounds. Copy that. We can find them. They have to be a certain file type. A .wav, and nice and short. And you can go ahead and just use them in all of your sound folders, and you do that for all of them. I'll show you in a minute the use for that. Back to desktop. Now, if we go to data, we just use one of my previous ones. This is going to go all the way into your roaming folder. So have a look where that is. It's my PC app data roaming metaquotes. I click on terminal, and usually most recent modified, that'd be today, should be this one, MT5. It's also an MT5. Okay, so it's not that one. Good, it is the very top one. So the way you'll know is the profiles. Yep, there's the default, the one we recently had. Notice we deleted all the charts, that's why there's nothing in there. At this point I go ahead and delete all that. I'll create another window alongside, and I'll just use one of my more recent ones I was using. We'll use that default there. We'll pop that into, this is the profiles. Copy that. So select that, copy it, go to your desktop, right click, go new, shortcut, paste that link, and now rename it MT5. And then drop into here. So now we have the data folder along with all the execution files for primary brokers I'm using, or testing at the moment. Definitely not primary, definitely not. So now that we have the shortcut here, which is this profile in the background, at this point I choose most recent broker I was using, MT5, and I want to basically replicate. So I'm going to move the profiles over to here. Then I'll go ahead to indicators, copy those over into this folder, copy the experts over, and notice it's profiles, then your charts, this is where the profiles go, and your templates are here. Okay, that's about it. That's the setup for MT5. Go ahead and launch the broker from there. Well, they don't seem to give us much options here for the account type. Leverage, very low, one server to choose from. So you fill in some information here. Usually sends a code to your mobile number. Let's go and verify that and come back. Sadly, in this case, this broker is making it difficult to set up a free demo from the platform. So you have to go back to their website and provide over their information. Typically this is the case. But don't be afraid to follow the typical sign-up procedures and open up a demo. Certainly do that and test all the features before starting a live account.